Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And finally, I've got something really useful for you. I call it a path detector, and trust me, it is pretty powerful thing. In fact, it is so complex that it was really hard to even start recording this. I've been putting off creating this video for far too long, and I've realized that it is better to have something than nothing. So I've decided to make more shorter videos about it, because it is impossible to put all the information in one episode, and I think this way it will be better even for you. And by the way, this contraption is just for fun. The important stuff is right over there. So yeah, let's go there and let's start. So this here is a basic path detector. It's got one output here, and the lamp is indicating that there is a valid path that goes from the zombie to the villager. But I can build 2-meter high pillar on this path, and now you can see the lamp is off. That means the path is obstructed, so the zombie AI found a nearest block to the villager, and that block is right there under these carpets. So the zombie is trying to get there and is no longer standing on the pressure plate. And from this all, you could understand that this detector has multiple inputs all over this path. It is hard to imagine, but let's build here 3 fence gates. So now it's not about zombie that want to kill a villager. It is about a logic that is behind it. I've just created an AND gate, that this AND gate has one output and 3 inputs. But we can of course create an OR gate right here, and it should work perfectly. Let's test it. Yeah, but this is still just the tip of the iceberg. Just imagine that the zombie AI can cover thousands and thousands blocks around it, everywhere. With this simple contraption, you can make AND gate, OR gate, XOR gate with 10,000 inputs, and the logic is not handled in the game, but the game itself calculates the result. And that is the reason why this is so powerful device. I hope you can see where I'm going with this. I don't expect you to build logic gate in survival just for fun. Even a melon can represent an input. But yeah, I will show you some highly efficient and crazy farms in the next episode, because for that we will need some more knowledge. And I've got 2 more things to show you with this setup. So the first relates to these rails. I'm using them here so you can see better, but of course you can just use blocks 1 meter above the ground to circumscribe the path, or just fence, stuff like that. The rails are a little bit different because they have an interesting ability. Zombies can actually cross them when they see a path, and even though the path goes round, mobs can actually just shortcut right through. Uh, just let's test it. Oh yeah, and now I will create no path around, so the zombie, yeah, is just standing and burning. And I think this works because of the part of the AI that is smoothing the path, and uh, that was found, and zombies movement. The path is found like this, but mobs are not moving like that. They are moving in all directions, for example diagonally. So some part of the AI takes over the gritty path that was found like this and transforms it into smooth movement. uh, Basically, it is finding shortcuts on plain areas. So we can do quick test here. I will cut these areas that are plain, and now, yeah, there is this block. I will spawn zombie on this block, and it will go to that villager. But yeah, the problem is that the path is found like this over this block, and then the path goes not diagonally, but here and here, and on this area it will be transformed. The path will be optimized. How does the word? Uh, it is hard to imagine. Just let's say the zombie will hop on this block, and from that it will go directly to the villager. but you could expect. Just let's test it. And this zombie, when he was turning, he just crossed the line. But yeah, now you can see the zombie is not going directly to that villager, but on the plain area, it is just turning. So yeah, that was the test, and um, I think the second part of the AI pathfinding doesn't recognize rails as non-crossable, so zombies are just going directly towards the villager. And that part is also responsible for mobs dying in lava when they touch edge of it and stuff like that. Yeah. The second thing I wanted to show you is this drop here. It is 16 meters high, and that is the maximum for zombies. uh, Different mobs have different heights and with different difficulty levels. It is hard. I'm playing on hard difficulty, so mobs consider really high drops as valid paths. For zombies, it is 16 meters on high difficulty, but on normal, it is just 12. So when I change the difficulty, now you can see the light is off. But I can place a block here and the light is on. So, it depends where you are. Let's switch back and um, now it also depends on the health of the zombie. Uh, just I will punch him twice and now we can see it is off. But I can again heal him back and it is on. So it depends on his health. So be careful. So you can use this detector to find the difficulty level. I don't know why would you do that, but you can. Um, Anyway, the important thing is that you can use as many drops as you want. More than the zombie could survive, but it is still considered as a valid path. So yeah, let's move on. And with this setup here, I want to show you all the obstacles that are considered as a valid path, but mobs can go through them. Uh, you can see that this path detector uses carpets, but you can use many other things to build it, and that's why I have all these obstacles here, and they are connected in series. All this is one valid path. Just one block placed somewhere and the detector should tell us. Let's test it. Yes, Ufa. Let's remove it, and now it is again valid path. So let's go up, and I want to show you one more thing up here. Now this is the maximal path distance for this particular baby zombie. In fact, the AI is finding the path in a sphere around the zombie's target, and that is pretty important. The villager is in the center, not the zombie. I could move with the zombie right there, and the detector would still work because the path is found around the villager. That means you can move with the zombie all over the place, and you can use the same setup. Another important thing is that different zombies have different radius of the sphere in which the AI is finding the path. I had a zombie that was able to find a path in a sphere that had radius more than 90 meters. Maybe I could include some video with that. Maybe I just did. uh, um, anyway, about the baby zombies. I'm using it because it is much faster than the regular zombies, the big one. You might not see a difference with this one output detector. Uh, uh, yeah, but trust me, in farms you will love them, and that is also why I've built the baby zombie separator. If you saw my previous episodes, because it is hard to get them, especially if you want to find one that can pick up armor and stuff. They are extremely rare, but also pretty valuable. Because you don't need to use a name tag on them and they won't despawn. uh, so yeah, um, let's finally start with these obstacles in the way. So, carpets, I've already mentioned them 1 million times. Zombies see it as empty space. Let's imagine it like that. Snow covers, uh, it is really useful because there is no gap for smaller mobs, but be careful, it can melt when there is a light source nearby, you know. um, Water stream. Uh, Regular zombies are unable to swim against it. And by the way, the first path detector I've built thanks to the water stream. You can even find it on my old map if you have downloaded it. you know, um, jumpy jump. Now this is interesting. Half slab is considered as a normal block, so mobs think they can jump it, but they can't, and that's a reason why you can find mobs jumping like crazy on slabs sometimes. For example, B-Dub's chicken farm before he fixed it, you know, and it is pretty funny. Trapdoors here, really known trick. You know, they think they can walk on it, but they can't. Now this is slow sand or so sand, one-way path. Pretty old trick, you know. You can't go through it from this direction, but you can from the other direction. And this is new. With the snow covers, you can do the same thing, but you can completely hide it because it looks like a normal um, snow block, you know. Now, flower pot, it is like an empty space, so yeah, mobs can't really, you know, go through it. Now, yeah, if you have something higher than one block, they still think it is one block, so yeah. Cobweb, you can't really jump it, can you? But mobs think that one zombie had a smaller radius, so yeah. This door was placed like this, so now it is in open state, so zombies or all mobs think they can go through it. They think they can go through it from all directions, basically. And by the way, wooden doors are always empty space for zombies, so you can detect them, but with different path detectors, not with this zombie one. And now these last two things, zombies can get through them, but yeah, they will be injured by it. And yeah, just to show you that the cacti and fire is still a valid path for zombies. So yeah, let's go on. Now, right here I've got the opposite type of obstacles. Mobs can't see it as a valid path, but you can nicely overcome them, you know? I've connected them parallel, so if just one would be crossable, we would see it on the path detector. And we can even test it. I've got this fence gate here, open, now yeah, signal, close, no signal, yeah, open, close. Okay, so the rails, I already talked about them, maybe just a fancy trick. Because of the path optimization or mobs pushing each other, they can cross them. But if you place the rails one block higher, you know, like this on one block, now you can just jump over it, but mobs can't, never. So they won't even try it. So this is a nice way how to hold animals, for example. Just don't punch them over. And this fence is just, you know, to show you that it worked. Yeah. Now diagonal structures. Mobs can't cross them because the path finding system is just four directional, you know. They don't see a diagonal structures, yeah, like that. Now this half slab is treated like a full block, so now there is not enough space for big zombie to go in, even though there is, you know, they just don't see it. Yeah, carpet. Mobs can see only the hole underneath it. And by the way, you can hang it, the carpet, almost on anything. Right here I am using a button, but you can use even a floating string. So yeah, nice thing. And the same applies for the snow covers, even though you need a solid ground block, you know, to place them. Now space in between two blocks. It's not a path because yeah, each block is treated as an obstacle, so yeah, no path here. Now here, this water, there is a path on the surface of the water, so I can destroy this glass, and now there is a path. Now there is not, because in the pathfinding there is no diving, you know. But if I destroy one of these blocks here and place a door, for example, here, so now there is a path, because the path goes down here and now through the water, you know, so there is a path. It is hard to explain, but yeah, I will talk about that in the future episode because we will need this. Now these doors are closed even though you can see them as open because I've placed them like this and this, you know, so they are in a closed state. Now this is Dockham's carpet on the fence. Nice thing, you know, you can jump over it, but those zombies can see only the fence. So yeah, now this trapdoor, you could, you know, you could think that when they can stand on it or think they can stand on it, this is not a valid path because they think the path is in the trapdoor, basically in it. If I destroy this block, there is a path. Now if I um, um, not like this. If I close this trapdoor, you know, there is no path. Now there again is. It is hard to explain, you know. This is completely like it doesn't make any sense, you know. Not really, you know, what you would expect. Now this is again open area like this, but for the yeah for the AI this is closed. But if I close it, now it is open, so it is again inverted for some reason, but I guess that is really good for us, you know, you can do a lot of it with this, so yeah. Let's go. Now I've prepared two more path detectors here. The first one is amazing. It uses wolf-sheep combo, so you can use it on peaceful mode. It has shorter range, you know, but yeah. Again, the sheep is in the center, you know, you can see it, not the wolf. And the big difference is that the path is only 1 meter high. So you can do different things with this. I've got this corridor here, you know, 1 meter high. We can detect block there. And yeah, maybe baby zombies are planning to be in 1.7 like this, you know, but that would be good. And even a wooden door we can detect that wasn't possible with zombies, you know. And I'm holding these guys with snow covers here because wolf is only 1 meter tall, so he can fit in between two carpets. Yeah. And the last detector, Creeper Zombie Snow Golem combo. Creeper is the one who is responsible for the pathfinding here. This is more for test than actual use, you know. You can see how the creeper behaves basically. Again, we can detect the door, for example, and things like that. But I like this, you know. It is funny at least, but it can be useful. And this is all. At least I hope. It was longer than I expected. uh, all of you probably quit it after first 5 minutes, and I'm now talking just to myself, but we had to go through this boring stuff because next time we will use it and it will be awesome. Yeah, I'm telling you, it will. But for now, feel free to start using this. I mean, if you have already some design in mind, don't you know, you can create a video about it because yeah, it can take me a weekend for the farms, you know, to upload and things like that. So yeah, you can use it and you can comment if you have questions, ask them, and yeah, guys, thanks you for watching and bye bye.